Are you right now living in the basement or the penthouse? There is a difference, and most people don't realize how powerful they are and how they can change their state of being like that, just like that, instantly, when they become aware of how they are feeling. Many people aren't even aware that they tend to occupy a state of being day in, day out, year in, year out, month to month. Most people are living in a certain state of being, and this state of being does tend to generate external circumstances, and these external circumstances are often less than favorable. They are often full of what I call excited misery, and this is basement thinking. And basement thinking, you tend to think in a certain way, and this certain way of thinking is based on your current consciousness. You see, you can shift states when you shift your consciousness, and your consciousness is the way you think. And this thinking can happen in a heartbeat. But many people, for starters, aren't even aware of how powerful their consciousness is. So they tend to live in the basement and allow outside circumstances to control their thinking and live like this for most of their life. And occasionally they may shift their consciousness and live in the penthouse, maybe when they go on a holiday, or possibly earn or a certain amount of money as a bonus, or it might be they win lotto. They shift consciousnesses in that moment, but they don't hold the consciousness, the thinking, long enough in order to make it a permanent state. Rather, they lose this consciousness and tend to revert back to the familiar, where it's safe, but you feel stuck and small. So I am fascinated by the science of the brain. I'm fascinated by the science of our consciousness and how we can literally transport ourselves to another life just by practicing a certain consciousness for a period of time until it becomes solidified inside our nervous system. And so I'm playing around with this at the moment, but I think my broadcast today was to give you a picture right now. And when you have a picture paints 1,000 words. And so I want to illustrate to you that you, me, we all live in a house, and this house has a number of rooms in it, a plethora of rooms. And each day we visit these rooms at various times of the day. So if you are a mum, you will possibly shift to a certain room to be that identity of a mum while you're getting your kids ready for school, or maybe picking them up, or doing their homework, or getting their meals prepared in the evening. You are in that identity as a mum. But then you can shift to being a business owner, that identity, as soon as you drop the kids off. And for 3 to 4 hours, you are the successful business owner running a business. And then you may shift in the evening into the identity of a wife. That's another room in the house where you are being a loving partner to your husband or your de facto, whatever it might be. You are a different identity in that moment. So you've moved houses from being a mum, a business owner, to a new identity. But I feel that there is one identity that can take care of everything. And it's all about you deciding, do you want to live in the penthouse? Because if you live in the penthouse of the house, that identity, I believe, the consciousness of that identity is one of conviction, certainty, confidence, authority, It is one of a deep knowing that all is well. You don't even have to try. You don't even have to ask. It's just given. It's just a state of relaxation, a state of calmness and peace. And I feel living in this consciousness is the closest thing to being intimate or with your higher self. And your higher self is inside each and every one of us. Our higher selves is always available to us. And when you become one with God, one with infinite intelligence, one with source, then there's no efforting at all. It's a state of flow all the time, a state of flow. And how to get there? Well, I believe you've got to do micro movements throughout the day to solidify this particular consciousness in every cell of your body. And so it's micro movements where you notice when you're in the wrong room of the house, the basement thinking, where you feel lousy, where you know you've become emotionally involved in the wrong ideas. And these ideas, you notice your external circumstances are mirroring back how you exactly feel. Because each room, whatever room you visit, has external circumstances that mirror back your consciousness. So I've discovered that you only have to look at the outside to realize you're in the wrong room of the house. And so what I do is I notice, and then I use lovement to say, nope, I don't want to be here right now. And then I detach, instead of beating myself up and going down the rabbit hole of self-loathing, I just detach and say to myself, what do I choose instead? What would I love instead? And then I tap into the feeling, and the feeling of the penthouse for me is living from the end that my desires have been achieved. There's a certain feeling I have embodied that helps me shift into that state of being very quickly. So for you, it would be advisable that you write out your end result, your end desire, and then ask yourself, how would I feel if I achieve this? And when you get that feeling, that's the feeling you want to milk as much as possible throughout the day, because if you can milk that, you're staying in a certain vibrational state. And I know this, that vibrational state is a giver. It's a giver, and it will give you continuously more and more of what you would love, as opposed to what you don't want, which is often in the basement. So if this is resonating with you, leave your comments below. I'll add a few more tidbits to help you understand what I'm saying. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, Tanya Pluckrose. Look, I'm all about helping you master this, because our mind is in every cell of our body. Master your mind so you can master your life.